I'm just here, tending to my crops, breaking some wheat, and everything else. But no, actually it's not the everything else. It has come the end of an era. And as I climb these stairs, we say goodbye to Season 5 on Manacube Islands. And with everything that's come, I want to give myself and everyone else a tour of everything that I've accomplished in these many long and hard hours put into this game. Last season we built IKEA. This season we built IKEA. So, I don't really know what I'm going to do, but I'm going to walk around and show you the tour. First thing that we built was this parking lot. Nothing too impressive about it. And I always wanted to have IKEA, feel a little bit more like family, feel a little bit more home. So we're actually going to go inside first. I meant this to be a big profit shop here, which, if you don't know, all of these people on here, starting from the top being the best, and the bottom being, not the best. But still, I gave respect to every single one of my donors, and when we tore those houses out there, those are those friends and donors who helped me build everything that I had along the way. 77, first in the islands, built this little guy. No idea how he did it, but he did. Artwork, again, donated. Person who tested my parkour is K-Tara. So, most people come to the left when they come in, and one of the first things I ever built was this cow spawner over here. Completely automatic. The cow spawners are under the redstone repeaters. The cows spawn on the grass that are on the pressure plates and get shoved by the sticky pistons into the lava, and they collect here. Which you could buy steak and leather for very cheap and a very fair price. And similarly, all of the other spawners are like that. Of course, sometimes they get stuck, and you just have to go in and give them a little punch, and there they go. Also along the way, I built themed parkour going 1 through 10. Of course, 1 being the easiest, which of course I'm messing up right now, but 1 being the easiest and 10 being the very hardest. We had sheep spawners, which are currently full, but you could buy mutton and all sorts of wool. We also had a mushroom cow spawner, which was the same as the cow spawner. I don't even know what else it did. More parkour. Chicken spawner, where up here are my egg-producing chickens, which was the only thing, one of the only things that was actually super expensive. The eggs are 100,000. Don't buy my eggs. And then over here is where you could come and kill the chickens if you wanted to kill them. I didn't know how to make up an automatic generator. Same for pigs over here. Also something that I built was, those like shipping docks that the trucks back up into? I tried to build one of those, but it came out as this. I imagined it that the trucks would come in here, back up, and then you could unload. Didn't turn out great. That's okay, though. I got the idea. I knew what it was. Here was the gas spawner. You couldn't get gas spawners in the shop, but again, you could get gas tiers and gunpowder for insanely cheap. And you had to win these from special chests that you got from, not in-game currency. We had the Enderman spawner, which was the same way. You had to get them from special chests, as well as the Wither skeleton spawners that you also had to get from a special chest. Blaze spawner, pretty normal. This is where I grinded most of my XP. You could buy blaze rods for cheap, and you could also grind heads here. Pigman spawner, same thing. I didn't use that too much. And the polar bear spawner, which doesn't work, which is why there's a sign there that says polar bears will spawn 5 minutes from right now. So if we come back in 5 minutes, they should spawn. What else was there? My level 30 enchantment table. We had fishing rods in here for all the newbies. I liked giving them fishing rods and random enchants that I didn't need. What is this? Oh yeah, this is where you could buy cooked beef for $5 million. We don't talk about that too much. Wolf spawner, completely useless. 2 turtles, completely useless. Villagers, there were quests that you needed to fill a quest. Bed, all this stuff here was for a quest. This is my office, which we will get into in a little bit. I also had a very strong cactus farm where you could buy 4 stacks of cactus, all for 1, but most of it drains into that over there. And my cactus farm was actually pretty successful. It was pretty massive, to say the least. all coming down here to collect into these 2 hoppers all the time. Cactus coming. No matter what, you're going to see a cactus somewhere. We had my wall of emeralds, you know. Every emerald that you placed, every iron block that you placed, every gold, diamond, and spawner that you placed would give your island a level. If you can see on the right, I'm level 52,770. So that means that I've placed a lot of blocks. That's probably because I have 850 hours on this game and a decent amount of money. But every time you would place those, your IS would get level. And if we look at IS top, the top person is at 23 million compared to my measly 50,000. Yeah, I was probably in the top like 50, but that's not too much. Oh, didn't mean to open that. We also had, I built this little employee break room of IKEA that had a TV and some, it wasn't that exciting. I had a storage system that I used long ago, but it just became too far in the corner for me to actually get any good use out of it, so it basically became junk. And I had the automated sugarcane farm, which just worked with observers and pistons and actually produced a lot. Over here, if you went to the right, was zombie, skeleton, and creeper spawner that all killed each other, where you could buy all sorts of bones, arrows, rotten flesh, and gunpowder. Except this one leaks into here, which was my prized possession. It was the iron golem spawners, the almighty iron golem spawners. About 230 of them being killed by lava. They would fall down here and get killed by the lava, also with some cactus farm. And this would be how I made my majority of my money. I also gave a lot of my money away, but I mean, let's say I saved up all my money from this iron golem spawner and never gave anything away, I'd be a billionaire right now. I would probably be in the tens of billions. So they would come out there. This was a public island warp. We go to IS top. Maybe I need to get out of, oh, not IS top, slash IS warps. That's what it is. Give it a second, maybe not. I don't know what's going on. Is it lagging or am I lagging? Well, maybe not. If we go to IS warps, there's some command to get you. To get you to a list of player warps, and I was 4th on there, and they were determined. Oh, there it is. Oh my. I was 4th with 261 likes. All the other guys had also good islands, but I mean, who doesn't love some good IKEA? Yeah, they'd come down here. Players could get their iron here, but underneath the hoppers, underneath the carpets were hoppers, and I have these 2 little guys, Munchie and Munchbot. Of course, they would collect everything in this chest, and you saw it disappear. It means they sell it, and it immediately goes to my inventory. And they had their little home right here. They had a little shared bed, stuck in the door. I used to have to collect it and sell all of it by hand, but once I got these guys, it was pretty much just sitting here and being AFK the entire time. So that was the main base of everything inside the front of IKEA. I built a maze here. That was all of, I didn't even finish the maze. Yeah, let's go around back. So we had a front door and a back door, and if we go out the back door, we get to a spider spawner. That was just a spider spawner that I didn't fit inside. We had this, which was leveling up acrobatics for MCMMO. We had the VIP parking lot, which is people like they were my friends. I put them in a VIP spot. That's kind of what I considered it. And they're a little fancy entrance into IKEA. And then some of these parking spots are funded by the memory of these people, who were people who I don't see that much anymore because they played Islands last season and I was friends with them then. But since then, they have now left. But I still have my other VIP friends. We also had management of the store, so Mr. Munchie Sr., CEO, Mr. Munchie Jr., that's me, CFO. Manager reserve SETI. Once there was a person on the server who was looking for a island to come on to. I said, hey, you want to come on here? He was like, sure. And he hasn't been on for a couple months, but I still have him on the island. 77 used to be a manager here, and then they left to go play on Oasis or something, and company vehicle. That's the basis of the outside. If we look towards our surrounding house, I guess we'll start here. This road right here was called Memory Lane, I believe. Yes, Memory Lane. This is where I built all of my houses from my friends last season, which I clearly didn't get to finish up. But I mean, they were nice houses. Like, look at that car. Look how beautiful that car is. So we go up here. We have a nice little bathroom to use. Got the 3-bedroom giant TV. Nice little loft going on. You know, it was cozy. I had some big houses too. Not great interior design, but they look nice from the outside. They're all different. They're not like apartments. This one, Shroom Liquor's apartment. I don't feel like showing everything. Uses this. I don't even remember whose everyone's was. Horizon 86 hasn't been on for a month or so. Nice, simple. I think she actually built her own house. Little Queequeg, little tent. Also hasn't been on. A lot of these players that I been with hasn't been on in a few months. Jade 1234 321 has been on in a few months. Oh man. Pumbaa 2007 hasn't been on a month or so. Who is here? Mr. Goose Kachows hasn't been on in a few weeks. I saw him a couple weeks ago. These people used to be a lot more active. I was friends with them. Isla Smiths, haven't seen her in like 6 months. Who's this? Pepper 1530. She was on for like a day, and I made friends with them. And I'm like, I'm gonna build you a crappy house, and this was what I came up with: of light blue stained glass, dark oak wood, planks, fences, and some redstone torches. Squashy 11s hasn't been on in a month or so. Dark Miner, she comes on every once in a while. Hyper Levy doesn't come on too much. Lunar Frost hasn't been on in ages. Ghetto Gods, I saw him a month ago. I don't even think this person has a dedicated house. I don't even know whose this is. This one just says house and an unfinished house over here. We also had, I was gonna fill entire this thing around glass. That never happened. Big giant emerald wall. We go through the emerald wall. I had a friend of mine paid her a couple $1,000,000 to build me a castle, and I'm pretty sure they used Schematica to do it, but it became an unfinished castle, and I didn't want to touch it, so there's the unfinished castle. I built Chili's outside of the IKEA. Dark Blue owned it, and there are natural spawning bunnies all over here. I don't know how they got into Chili's, but we had like 4 tables and that. Never got around to finishing Chili's. That's okay. We had a pizza shop. We had a nice little pizza and pepperonis. A nice few tables. Come in, order your pizza. You know, get the heck out of here. Nothing too advanced. A little car out front, and we built the good old Mickey D's. You could come in, get in here, look at the menu, order some burgers, some fries, and some milkshakes. Even though we didn't serve any of them. And yeah, this was a failed house that I was gonna build that turned into a trivia zone. let's not worry about it. And the so we'll show you the last thing. I didn't build a poop shack out here. One of my other friends said, "Hey, can I build a poop shack?" And they built a poop shack. Don't worry about my sneezes. I just had someone build the IKEA sphere, and then they got banned for like hacking or something. We had a teleport. It teleported you up here, and this was the IKEA island above IKEA, which we had a few more houses, a few more towers, and you could come down here, and there were a few ground shacks that you could go in. You know, just more simple houses. If you can even call this a house, if you could call this a kitchen, if you can call this a TV. I try to be creative. You could look outside and see the beautiful blue sky with the clouds and the trees and the grass. I would not want to live here. And yeah, that was pretty much it. Nice little pond, a few trees, a sheer straight drop off the edge, but hopefully you just go on the teleport and boom, you're back. And remember at the beginning when I said there was some parkour? Well, yeah, you see it all around. It goes level 1, 2, 3. There's like 6, 7, 8, and it got pretty dang hard. Like, if you get yourself to here, you're like, where do I even go? So it got confusing, and with no directions, it was hard. But I tested every jump. It was all possible. You had to jump around that block, get on this slime, come over here. I'm using fly because, yeah, I'm not going to do that. And you had to go up here. It was super confusing. And if you eventually got to the end, what was this, level 8? Good job. I mean, that's tough parkour. But I mean, the hardest parkour and the most annoying parkour was in that office. And right before I show you that office, there was one rule. And it was the employees lounge. And it was rule number 1. Munchie is Munchie. And I use that excuse for a lot of things. As invalid as it is, I used it for a lot of things. If you go right into this office here, and you look down here, and you somehow manage to find the button, and you click it, and you run over here real fast, and get inside, you get to this. You've activated IKEA's secure protocol. Move with caution. And I built an adventure map inside IKEA with, okay, right now I have night vision on, and you can see fine. Maybe not. If I turn night vision off, look how dark it becomes. You probably can't even see anything on the screen besides the text. But I've done this maze so many times, I know exactly... Did I get lost? Oh, no, I did. I know exactly where to go. And it said, you'll probably need armor if you don't want to die. That was because if you could get past and to this part in the maze, there were lava pits. And there were more lava pits. And you had to hope that you saw them, or else you would die. And I got so many people to die because they walked straight into lava, and they were like, oh man, oh, there's another one. I'm going to fly over. And eventually, if you get through, there was a lot more maze than that, but I went through the right way. And you got through this door. It says, this button does nothing. Which it does. This was a completely fake room. It was one way, too. So if you got in here, and you pushed this button, you were stuck in here. If you didn't have anyone to teleport you out, you were completely stuck in here. The real place that you have to go is this lava pit right before here. If you go straight down, it takes you to a secret room. And it says, wow, you're almost to the start of level 10. Tough stuff. Oh my gosh. And here, it gets even worse. We will start easy. Right or left. It's literally a 50-50 shot. Of course, left was the right way, because you can never go wrong when you go left. I think that's how the saying goes. You have to take through all these doors, too. And you get to a set of 4 doors. And I don't want to say that I lied in them, but I lied in some of them. Well, if you decide to say this way skips the trivia but leads to hard parkour, you're wrong. If you decide to go the way that says this is not the right way, you're wrong. If you decide to go the way that says this way has food, you're wrong. But if you decide to go the way this way has ladders, it does have ladders. So then people were like, wait, what the heck just going on? Well, the real secret here was just, you had to be quick. This way has food. I wouldn't lie to you. Food is great. Why would I lie about food? Well, the real thing is that you just had to go in here, wait for this. It was on a timer. Piston would open up for half a second. And you could get into this dark, spooky tunnel, which y'all probably can't even see. You get through here, and you get to this white room, which most people think, oh, water is poisonous. It's islands. I can't do anything. So they go in this door. And you can't get through here. You can't get through here. You can't, I mean, maybe you have to be fast, but, like, nobody's that fast. I'll just lag back through. Well, maybe I'll go through here. And congrats. If you got in here, you're trapped. Yeah. Yeah, you're trapped. I don't make the rules. Well, yes, I do, but, we ignore them. So then people were like, what the heck? And the real thing you have to do is you have to sprint through this water, so you go swimming, and you go in here. And this is where level 10 parkour started out. The thing about level 10 parkour is that individually, it's possible. I've tested 100% of the jumps. 100% of the jumps, every single one, is possible. To do them at the same time and not mess up would be absolutely insane. This is a 4-block jump that's also over 2 jumps. Very hard. It's a very hard jump. There's a lot of head hitters too from the fence. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my gosh. I'm burning. I'm burning. Give me that. Give me fire resistance. Well, if you happen to get through, you know, these parts and you got around and you started to go up without burning to death, you can get on some soul sand and do some slow jumps without falling off, and you get through here and look, you're like 20% of the way through. And people got to hear it, they're like, whoa, what the heck do I do? Well, it's actually real simple. You just jump down here, jump on this slime, and then jump over here. But wait, ignore I missed that. There's more. 4-block jump onto soul sand, onto this fence with a 3-block gap in between the fence and the ladder, so it's like almost a 4-block jump in between, which was relatively hard. You had to do half head hitters off the fence, over to here, go to these fences, get over here, jump from this ladder onto this slime, onto this soul sand, ignore me. Go through here. It was very complex. I know. Please ignore me. Ignore how impossible this would all be in one try. Get up here, jump down here, go over here, ladder, here, you know. Up. This is one of my favorite jumps, because you go here, and you hit the slime, and it gets onto here, and then you go around you go around so many things. It's like keeps repeating. Go above where you were before. And my favorite thing is when you get here, you have to use that slime block again. Oh wait, you go on these ladders. You have to go on this slime block again, but this time you have to land on the fence. And then you go up here, get in here. This was a super hard jump. You had to hit the slime in the corner, and then go on here, hit the slime down here, and get up here. And that's the end of the first part of level 10. Good job. There's this little column room that if you did all the parkour here, you could fall back down and be completely screwed. This button right here raised this slime that pretend I hit it, and you ran through here. Did one of these 3 parkours. Just bear with me. Go through here. Do some trivia. Obviously, it's not that one. It's this one. And it says you're wrong, but actually you're right. And look, you made it past part 2. Does this dress... you know what? Ignore that. Go through here. 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 This long tunnel. And you get to the place we've all... a nice little home. Under IKEA, after you go through hell. Naturally spawning rabbits, naturally spawning pigs, naturally spawning sheep, and naturally spawning cow. What the heck are you? I don't think it works like that. Okay. We got pig, bunny in here. If you come through here, you come through here, you come through here, and you get to this, and you could either go through the painting, go through one of those doors, you could go through that door, you go under here, take some damage because we're in 1.14, go through here, and go through this door, hit this button, click here. Some of this got destroyed, I don't know why. Come through here, go all the way down here onto the here, do your parkour that I never got to finish. But eventually it would have made you go in here, in here, in here, and that would have been it. Except I was evil and I said, you know what, I'm not finishing that project. So, level 10 technically wasn't complete, so I smacked an ending underneath one of the lava pools in the beginning that said, if you find this, I will give you 1 cubit, which is equal to $1 of in-game currency. And no one has ever found it because they think it's unfinished. But, you know what? I don't care. It means I get to keep my money. And this is what the bottom of IKEA looks like. Don't ever look down at the bottom of IKEA. You won't like it. Season 5. It was great. having fun. Looking forward to be back in season 6. But sadly, I will have to say goodbye to my 500 million, my 55,000, 56,000 silver, 850 hours, and 27,000 mob kills. Manacube, it's been an honor. Islands, it's been an honor. IKEA, you will go down as legendary.